Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's the Eradicator, and in this video we will be talking about Star Citizen of the 3.14 PTU, which is now accessible for people who are part of Wave 2. No longer are the only concierge and also subscribers allowed to enjoy the beauties of Crusader, but all of you guys who are quite active in the game as well, who should have access to Wave 2. And so in this video I'm going to do a little recap of what I think you should be trying in the PTU, because, well, there are going to be quite a few changes. Now the first one, number one, of course, is going to be Crusader itself. Now this is what I did the first time I went to Crusader. I did not spawn at Lorville, actually. I did not spawn at Horizon directly. I spawned in Lorville. I kind of like slip all the tongue, right? And so the reason I did that is because Lorville is like the closest landing zone from Horizon, and so it's going to allow you to fly from another planet straight to Crusader and experience the descent into the atmosphere and then to Horizon itself. And quite frankly, guys, if you guys have followed my channel, you guys can see or could tell that this was definitely not an easy task, especially at night, as you cannot see anything in the clouds and you have to rely on your computers and UI so that they can guide you until finally you can have a visual of the city itself. This is quite overwhelming and it was quite an experience in itself. And of course, the next thing you need to try is walking around Horizon or Horizon itself, which is maybe one of the most beautiful game level I have ever seen in video game industry. I mean, the idea of being in a floating city in a gas giant that is itself actually fully explorable is definitely a marvel and a breathtaking experience. I never get bored. I have never gotten bored of going to Horizon and just walking around and being in awe at the continuous sunsets and sunrise you can experience when you are on Crusader. And the next thing that I think you should try is to take a ship which should be aerodynamic, that should be preferable, and just to fly around the clouds. Now people said, oh, Iraz, the clouds are not so dense, we cannot really get stuck in the middle of a cloud and see nothing. That's actually not true. It's just that those clouds, you need to fly to those clouds, and when it happens, eventually you are completely engulfed into some clouds that are fully brown or fully fully pink or scarlet, which is very, very weird and creepy. I noticed that there were quite a lot of those brown clouds at the lower depth of the planet. If you go there, I've tried to go as low as possible. Eventually the ship blew up, which is the way it should be, because the pressures are getting so intense that even your ships cannot resist. It makes sense. This is also an experience that I would recommend to everyone out there. Try to explore the depth of the planet and see how far you can go. It is very creepy, but it is going to also give you a lot of goosebumps. I can guarantee you that. Now, enough with Crusader. The other thing that you have to try in Star Citizen Alpha 3.14 is, of course, the new flight system. Ships fly very differently, mostly thanks to the capacitors here. You don't have the afterburner or the boost anymore. Now it's the afterburner, or vice versa. Anyway, it's completely changed. And if you want to be using the afterburner more, you're gonna have to put more power to your engines. But at the same time, if you put more power to your engines, you will have less power to your cannons and your shields at the same time. So that is, of course, the power triangle that I have tried extensively here on this channel, and something that you're gonna have to try as well, because knowing how to use the power triangle quite well is going to make a difference in a battle for sure. And that is the last thing that I would like to mention here is combat, especially space combat, has drastically changed in Star Citizen Alpha 3.14, and now ship classes do mean something, as we could see in yesterday's video, where ships, especially fighters, are separated into 4 classes. You got the light fighters, which are nimble and fast, but at the same time not so durable, right? The interceptors are also small, but not as nimble as the light fighters. Instead, they rely on pure speed, especially hit and run tactics, which I think that they're very effective in. If you have a 325A, for example, you should definitely try it out. Medium fighters are more like the jack of all trades. They're decent at what they do, but they're not the best. They're also better armed than the light fighters. And finally, the heavy fighters, which are the more tanky, durable fighters, but they're not maneuverable. But to compensate for that, they are equipped with a manned turret, which should be manned. I think that this is also one of the things that is a big change here in 3.14. CIG really want to encourage multi-crew gameplay, and those heavy fighters, which are designed to be flown with a gunner, are really making sense here in this patch, because if you don't have a gunner, you are going to be extremely slow. sluggish and smaller ships are going to take an advantage, they are going to be able to outmaneuver you. So there we have it, guys. These are the things that you should try now in 3.14 if you haven't tried it yet, but you are part of Wave 2. So enjoy. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, as this is the giveaway question. Let's remember that this month I got a Gattac Raylan with LTI for you guys who subscribe to this channel. What would you suggest newcomers to try in 3.14, or what are you going to try first if you haven't tried yet? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thanks to Uncle Funkman, Chimina, and Dragon Ghost, I am giving lots of things on Discord. Every month on Discord I have monthly giveaways. I have 7 prizes this month, a G12 with LTI. I have 3 sets of Grey Kite armor. I also have $25 in RSF gift cards, $10 and $10 as well. If you want to have access to my Discord channel, Patreons and John Button members have automatic access. That's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more content. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. And a big shout out to Tala for sponsoring this video. Thank you so much for your contribution on Patreon. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.